Coach, welcome. Todd Fritz is going to have the first question, if that's okay.
How we doing, Dan? Hey,
I'm doing okay.
You got your Baylor helmet around that desk yet?
No, nobody sent me one. I got a K-State one, Oregon, Georgia.
It's done.
All right.
Here we go.
All right, Fritzy, your question for the coach.
Okay, so I got to rile up Coach Briles to get it started.
Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, Ryle, I like it. Where you must be from West Texas or something, huh?
I'm actually a Brooklyn, New Yorker, but my question to you is, how much of a leg does Baylor have to stand on? How upset can the Bears be? I know you beat TCU, but in a crazy back-and-forth video game of 61-58, how much of a thumping of a chest can a team do after winning a 61-58 game?
How much of a what?
How much can you thump your chest
saying,
no. Hey, we beat the Horned Frogs?
Come on now, Fritzy. In football, you start thumping your chest, you start checking your butt because it just getting spanked. So, no, we're not doing anything. I mean, what we're trying to do is beat the next opponent, and then at the end of the day, then we'll see where everybody's standing. But there's a lot of football left in this season.
Does it bother you though that you're ranked beneath TCU?
I guess it bothers us that we're ranked beneath 5 or 6 of them. But the real question is how's everybody going to finish, and us included. So that's really all we can control, Dan, and that's why we're trying to just stay as emotionally stable as possible, because that's really all that matters. We have to win every time we step on the field on Saturday, and our goal going into the season was to win the Big 12 championship, and we still have an opportunity to do that.
Do you have to blow people out to get the committee's attention? I mean, you have to have an impressive win, not just a win, but you have to win by a lot. Is that in your mind at all when you're coaching in these games?
It hasn't been. We've actually taken a knee, the last 2 out of the last 3 weeks, when we could have probably put 6 more points on the board without question. And, so that really hasn't fallen into our train of thought. To me, it's still all about the game of football, when there's guys and parents and, that have sacrificed a lot of their time and effort into having an opportunity to perform on the field. And, at the end of the day, I think sportsmanship still plays into it.
You like this committee?
I honestly, I haven't really kept up. I look at it like a jury, kind of. I mean, they're going to take the facts, and then they're going to decide, whether, this party belongs, free or in jail, so to speak.
But don't you feel like you're guilty of a crime, Coach? You're only 7th, and the team you beat's, ahead of you. So
I believe in the system. I mean, that's all I'll say. I mean, I have faith in the system. Is that naive thinking? But I do. I mean, I really do.
You think no matter how – it just feels like that TCU's resume is valued more so than the committee, than Baylor.
I mean, apparently. But, I mean, who – like I say, when the smoke's all cleared and dust is settled, at the end of the day, we'll see where it all comes down to, because, if you and I race and the winner goes to the next event and you beat me, then I would shake your hand and say, hey, you won fair and square. You get to go to the next event.
He's Art Briles, Baylor head coach, politically correct, joining us, Dan Patrick Show. See, I'd be upset. Like, I want to rally my guys. I just want to say, hey, you know what? It's us against the world. Put a big number 7 on the chalkboard and say, we are not 7th in the country. And then take a sledgehammer to it, Coach.
There you go.
Yep.
That'd make the Twitter lines. But, we're, like I said, we're concerned about beating our next opponent, which is Oklahoma State. I mean, that is where our focus is, because in this day and age, with all the parity involved in college football, if you get caught up in anything outside the lines, you can get your butt beat in a heartbeat. So, we're concentrating on what we have an opportunity to control, and that's how we perform on the field.
Is there too much offense in football?
Never. Never. No.
It's too easy, Coach. Look at the NFL. It's just too easy now.
I don't think that's the case, without a question. I mean, it's tough now. I mean, there's good players, both sides of the ball. The schemes are ever changing, and it's just it's a grind every time you step on the field. So it's just a lot of good players. I mean, that's kind of what's changed the game. It's just the attitude, the schemes, and the philosophies that have evolved over the last couple of decades.
I think Mike Leach was at the forefront of this. Am I giving him too much credit of this whole spread offense and 5 wide and what he was doing when he was at Texas Tech?
Leach really isn't a five-wide guy. I mean, he's a one-back guy, but I think there's a lot of people that, it's not like it's new. You can go back to, the 90s with the Klinglers and Jenkins, at U of H, I guess Mouse Davis, even before that.
Yeah.
So there's, at Pardee at Houston and the Oilers, and, it's just been around a long time. Hal Mumby was kind of a guy that, had it all going. So I think there's a lot of people that have their hand involved with it, and it's just evolved through the years.
So you can't have too much offense, huh?
I don't think so. As long as you got one more point than the other guy, that's all you need.
I know you got to go. What happens if I'm late to one of your meetings? What's my punishment?
Depends on how good you are.
If I'm Bryce Petty,
he's not going to.
He's never late.
No, sir. No, we don't have guys late. I mean, they understand it's a privilege to play football at the collegiate level.
But do you do everything fast, like in your life?
Well, not really. Try not to. But I'm really kind of a fast-paced guy, to be honest with you. I don't sit around much at all, and I'm always moving and thinking. So I guess it kind of correlates, but. It's still all about making first downs and, putting points on the board at the end of the day.
All right, we'll wait for the helmet, but good luck this weekend. And
give me your choice of color. We got 4 of them. We got the shiny gold, the black, the green, and the regular gold.
I want you to surprise me.
Okay, done.
I'm not afraid to go old school, though, with Baylor, because I remember back in the 70s when Baylor was always on the receiving end of 77-0. So I remember those days.
We can old school you.
All right.
All right, man.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it.
All right, that's Art Briles, Baylor head coach.